And hello, everyone. Let's go ahead and tell you about week one as we'll go ahead and get this started. Let's go over to week one. Once again, if you want to find all the weeks, they're under course materials. For some classes, they'll use modules. I use course materials, but you'll see modules for some classes, and they'll have module one, module two, module three. Here it's course materials, and I'll do week one, week two, week three, and so forth. So just want to let you know about that. So let's go ahead and give you an overview of week one. Of course, you have the week one goals and objectives. As this module is going to introduce you to the course structure. We've talked a little bit about the contact information. We're going to talk about SoundCloud, and also we'll talk about the Lynda Learning Path for Adobe Edition. Your goal for this week is to demonstrate knowledge of the basic and complex terms and concepts in audio production. And the outcome will be that students will demonstrate proficiency through completion of the week one assessment, which will be an exam at the end of the week, and also through completion of a portion of the LinkedIn Lynda Learning Path. So what we'll do this week is we'll have the completed reading required readings for the week. There is a lot to go through this week. Turning in the notes assignments. We'll have a microphone and sound assignment. I'll show you here in just one second. You set up a SoundCloud account. We'll go through that. Also, I'll show you the LinkedIn Learning, or what we call the Lynda Learning Adobe Edition 2019 Essential Training, and I'll show you those first 4 or 5 things that you need to do. Now, let me tell you a little bit about LinkedIn and Lynda, because I'm saying that almost interchangeably. What we had was there was a site called lynda.com. That is basically a tool. In fact, let's go ahead and just bring that up real fast. Lynda.com. And what it is, it's really through LinkedIn. And what it does is it allows you to be able to take a look at many different ways of training. There's a lot of videos here that give you great opportunities to be able to learn something. And so we're going to go back into this here in just a second because I want to show you what the Adobe Edition will look like that you'll take through lynda.com, okay? So we'll go into that here in just a second. The SoundCloud account, once again, we'll do that. And then also there is an exam at the end of the week. So let's go ahead and go right into this. So you have here the week one reading assignment. So in your textbook, you're going to go over chapter 2, which is basic on sound and microphones. Chapter 12, commercial production. And chapter 13 is news production. Now, I will tell you that these chapters, in this particular book, Modern Radio and Audio Production, are not really that long compared to chapters in other books. And it is basically easy reading. It's not terribly difficult for you to get through. What I'm asking for you to do is to take a look at the readings, take detailed notes, because you'll need those notes for the exam, okay? You'll need that information. By the way, the exams are online. They're open book. You can take your notes, take your book, whatever you want to do on that. Define all the vocabulary words and the key concepts, and then turn those into me. Also, for this particular week, because you'll see this on the exam at the end of the week, there's going to be this assignment on microphone and pickup patterns, microphones and pickup patterns. Here we have telling about the 10 different kinds of microphones. Let's go ahead and bring that up. So we take a look at this, and there are 10 types of microphones that you see. There's the liquid microphone. There's also the carbon microphone, the fiber optic microphone here, and so on and so forth. The dynamic microphones, which are very common today. So I want you to take a look at those different microphones. What are the differences between those microphones? What are some of the similarities? You know, what makes them different? It's important to know, and you'll see some matching on this on the exam at the end of the week. So there'll be some matching on this. So once again, get some information on the microphones. What are the different kinds of mics? Here's something also you need to know. What are the different pickup patterns? Now, when we talk about pickup patterns, we're talking about how the microphone specifically picks up and which microphones would be better used for certain recording projects. So let's go to this website, which is Shure. Now, Shure is one of the leaders in the industry of making microphones. They talk about the polar patterns and directionality. This is important because depending on what it is you're wanting to do, you want to make sure that you have the right microphone to record with by way of what job it is. Like, for example, this is the cardioid polar pattern, and this has the most sensitivity at the front, least sensitive at the back. Probably best for if you were to do one-on-one interviews. You could use that particular pickup pattern. Also, another one would be kind of the omnidirectional. Now, here on the omnidirectional, this is where it has equal sensitivity on all angles. So this might be good for picking up natural sound. This might be good if you're out, for example, if you're going to do something out at the Centennial Bank Stadium, and you're wanting to just capture some natural sound of the crowd noise in that. That might be one of the things you do too. You could also use a shotgun mic to be able to do to pick up some natural sound as well because of that particular polar pattern. Bidirectional polar patterns. These are different kinds of patterns that you need to know. And the reason why this low bar, by the way, that would be for the shotgun mics. Is the low bar, and that's what we mean by shotgun mic. Is it either looks like this, or you might see that at the end of a microphone that's attached to a camera. In that regard, but these are important for you to know by way of where the pickup patterns are, because if you go out into a certain recording project and you don't have the right microphone, it can be a problem. It really can. You won't get the best audio quality that you could possibly get in that regard. So it's important to know. So go through those, and I'd like for you to submit that to me. What are the key differences between the patterns? And it'll be more than 250 words to be able to do that. Submit your assignment. That's all due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Let's go ahead and take a look at what else is there. Linda, LinkedIn Learning Path. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into LinkedIn here real fast, linkedin.com. I'm already signed in. I'm going to go to Learning. And, yep. Well, I know what I'm interested in here. Let me see if I can get past this. Well, technology, I guess, would be. And this is what it may have you do, as a way of saying, choose some technology skills. Well, I'm interested in communication, audio mixing, audio recording. Well, I'm going to check that, and communication as well. And when it does, it will basically tailor things that are for your liking. This is the Adobe Audition Essential Training.
All I need to do is select that clip in my multi.
And I'm going to go ahead and stop that. That's kind of what I'm taking a look at. What we'll do here is we'll take a look at the overview. Let's get to the beginning here of all of this so I can show you.
All I need to do is select.
Hold on 1 second here. We'll go back to the course details. Okay, the course details here. You have the contents, which basically gives you where the introduction is. Exercise files. It's something that if you want to use the exercise files, it would be helpful for you to be able to use the exercise files as you go along through Adobe Audition in that regard. But what this introduction will do is it will start off by getting to know Adobe Audition. You get to tour the Audition.
Let's begin by taking.
And then you take a closer look at the editor panel and all of these different things. You get to customize the workspace, after the introduction is over. The introduction basically talks about discovering Adobe Audition and then how to use exercise files. Then you're going to go through getting to know Adobe, importing the media. How do you import your media files? Working with Premiere Pro, if you're having to do that. Mainly, we're working with Adobe Audition, primarily in this class. A lot of people work for Premiere if they're going to be going through some video and audio projects, although you can do video through Adobe Audition as well. You're going to learn the different terminology for audio, also editing individual clips with the waveform editor. Those are things that you need to go through here this particular week. So, and this will take a look at how long this is. whenever you view a video, you see right here, it used to be on the old thing, it used to be like a little eye version, but here you'll see these orange dots. That signifies that you've actually gone through that. So this is 1 minute and 3 seconds. That's 4 minutes and 37 seconds. That's 4 minutes and 57 seconds. That's 3 minutes and 52 seconds. 4 minutes and 1 second. And so you can kind of calculate through and see just how long all of these will be. And this is probably roughly about a little less than an hour of information for you here for the first 4. And when you get through with this, there's a screenshot. You can take a screenshot and send that to me. And I think there will also be other ways that you'll be able to let me know that you've actually completed that, and I'll be able to double check that you've been able to do that. So at the very least, a screenshot of what all you've done would be definitely helpful there. But that will allow you to be able to take a look at that. What's really cool is you get an overview. This is Paul Murphy. He's the instructor for this particular class. You're going to learn the audio terminology, importing audio and video files, working with Premiere Pro, waveform, and multi-track editing. The multi-track editing is going to be huge in what we're going to be doing. Using the Central Sound Panel, how do you clean and repair audio? How do you record? How do you apply sound effects? That's going to be helpful as well. So these are the contents. Transcripts, this is helpful because whenever you go through a specific part of this, let's go back to the content. Each of these that you click on, for example, Discovering Adobe Audition, okay, there's a transcript there, all right? So for everything that you do, there's a transcript. And it might be helpful for you. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. When you get to the audio terminology, you're going to need to know all of these different, you're going to need to know what frequency is, amplitude, sample rate, and bit depth. You'll need to know all that for the exam. If you go to that real
Before
fast,
we jump into
before we do that, there is a transcript of that. Okay, so that will help you in that regard. So keep that in mind as we go along. So anyway, go through all of those. When you complete a video, that orange will come up, or an eye or something will come up that will let you know that you have completed that. So if you have any other questions about this, let me know. But there are a total of 12 different modules that are here, and a conclusion as well. But if you're in, but this will be available to you because of because you're taking this class, we're using this, and of course your fees help with that as well. So definitely a great opportunity for you to be able to do that. Now, we will be going through some of these other things as well through Adobe Audition. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. I'll be happy to be able to work with you on that. Now, let's get out of this and let's go to SoundCloud. If you do not have a SoundCloud account, go ahead and go to soundcloud.com and you can actually sign in or create an account. Now, when you create an account, it'll ask you if you want to do a regular account or a pro account. Now, of course, with the pro account, there's more things that you can do. I just have the regular account. I don't have the pro yet. So you can put in your email address, or when you sign up for this, or you'll sign in as well, and then you'll take a look. And of course, there's going to be the more content that you do, there will be more things for you that they'll suggest that you might like in that regard. If you're looking for what you might have done, you can go to either your home page here. Your library allows you to kind of look at some overviews and some of the likes and some of the things that you may like. You can go to profile, and on the profile page, this allows you to kind of look at some of the things that you've done. It allows you to be able to kind of upload your stuff. So when you're putting something in there, for example, when you are through with your specific audio track, then you can drop your track into your assignment into SoundCloud, And once it does go to SoundCloud, then it will give us this, and then you'll be able to find a specific link for that. And I'll need you to just copy that link and paste it, give it to me, so that way I can have access to that for grading. So I want to definitely let you know about that. That's going to be through SoundCloud. So that's what we're doing there. All right, so want to go ahead and end this part of everything here as I'm trying to get out of this and go back into where I need to be here. Week 1. So this is what you'll do. And then at the end of the week, I don't know, this is going to be a full week. There's a lot to get in here. We'll have an exam. Your exam, you'll have 2 hours to complete it. Now, I don't think you're going to need 2 hours. Once again, you'll have a counter. You can use your book. You can use your notes. You can do that. There might be an essay question or a couple in there, but for the most part, it's multiple choice, true, false, those kinds of things. There might be some essay questions in there. In fact, that's the reason why you need to know about frequency, bit rate, what I showed you in the LinkedIn Learning, because you'll probably see that as an actual essay question. So make sure that you know that information. Okay, so that's what we're doing in week 1. If you have questions, let me know. We'll be happy to. I'll be happy to work with you on these things. So just let me know, and have a great day, everybody.